Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. That's nice, 10 of Cups. That's the best, right? This is fullness, this is bliss, this is the dream come true, right? This is the absolute picture perfect life for you, right? 10 of Cups. I feel as if you know what you want in life, no doubt about it. You know what your best life will look like. You know, you have this like picture of happiness in your head, in your heart. And I think this is what you're working toward. I feel that there's something in your life now that you just can't get enough of. You know, with the 10 of Cups, it's almost like you're at the buffet and you don't get full. You know, you could keep engaging with this thing and never get tired of it. It would never be too much, you know. And maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a pet, a plant, maybe it is some sort of activity. Whatever it is, I feel like there's something that really has captured your heart, and I feel like you just want it all the time, all day, every day, that you'd never get tired of something, you know. I don't feel that you're easily overwhelmed by things. You know, I feel that you have a lot of tolerance for people. I feel like you love people, and you know, you have a consistent energy about you. You know, that you could be, let's say, you could be in one job that you just love absolutely, and that's the kind of thing you'll never get tired of it. Maybe you've been at your job for 20 years already. Maybe you've been in the same relationship. Maybe you've had the same friends. Maybe you've liked the same lunch, you know. You've had the same breakfast for a long, long time. It's just you never get tired of it. When you find something that you like, I think that you really do cherish it, and you want to spend all your time with it, you know. And that's really a wonderful feeling. And I think that the 10 of Cups is sort of the idea of everything in your life feeling that way. Everything in your life feels like it's so perfect, I just can't get enough of it. I can't wait to get home and and do it, or experience it, or see the person, or see the pet, or whatever it is, or to eat that meal, or to work in the garden, or to draw, or paint, or write music, or poetry, whatever you do. I feel that there is this fullness in your life. Yeah. We're going to put this card into some context. Okay, we're going to see why is this being brought up for you right now. We've got the Art or Temperance card. We've got the Devil energy, the Wheel of Fortune, the Adjustment card, and a 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is kind of it's very, almost compared to the rest of this energy, 4 of Cups feels very serious. Right? It feels, let's just be, let's not get too excited yet, right? I'm trying to contain myself, trying not to jump for joy, trying to hold my horses, as they say. Where the rest of this energy feels like our heart wants to leap out of our chest, but we're trying to stay mellow here. Now, keep your composure. We've got a 5 of Wands, a 9 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and an 8 of Wands. Interesting. Very interesting with the 8 of Wands at the end. I sort of feel as if there is a slight delay in you getting the gratification of all of this love, everything that you sort of are, you can't wait to get home and do this. It's kind of like they're keeping you late at work sort of thing, right? Because the art or temperance card, while it does talk about, it is a card of art, right? And all the artistic, creative ways that you handle problems and that you sort of go through life. I feel like this card's kind of a pressure cooker. It's kind of saying that, in a way, it's almost the really tough day at work makes going home and being with your loved ones, your pets, your plants, your people, makes it so much more meaningful, And this is sort of that after a long, hard day, just getting home and getting through the door, you instantly feel better. Yeah. And just getting in your car feels better, So let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the Factor Infinite and Unknown. It's going to go right here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but remember, Taurus, don't forget, you are magic. That card's going to confirm everything and tie everything together at the end. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's do it together, right? Let's make it a group exercise, all right? Let's look around the room. A lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana energies. That's half, right? And then we've got fire and water. Fire, fire, fire. Water and water. That's it. Major arcana, fire and water. And the fire kind of feels like, it's all the activity, right? It's all the effort. It's all the stress. It's all the strenuous work that you're doing. And then the water energy, of course, feels like it is just getting home, getting to the hot bath. It's at home and getting, maybe getting back to doing the things that really restore you. Yeah, that make you feel, recharged, ready for the next day, that sort of thing. But I feel there's something else going on here too, especially when we look at all the major arcana. I think there really is a very, this is a pivotal point in your life. I think that you've been in the pressure cooker. You've been in this grueling work, late nights, early mornings, working weekends. It's been tough, right? It's been strenuous and stressful. It's been a pressure cooker, But I think it's all about to pay off. I think what we're seeing here is really the fortune and the glory as a reward for all of this effort that you've been putting in. You've been waiting for this. And now it's finally here. And it's kind of like all these late nights and early mornings that you've been putting in, all the working weekends, all the sacrifices. All the times that you've had to be apart from something that you really love to do this work. And maybe it's career, maybe it's school, maybe it's something spiritual, maybe you're retired and this is something else. It could be anything. But I feel like you've been doing this work. And when I say work, it's basically just whatever you're putting your effort into every day. Okay? Not necessarily what you're doing for money, not necessarily a career, but what you're burning calories doing. It's kind of like maybe it's counseling, maybe it's emotional work you've been doing. Maybe it's physical work. Maybe you've been sort of at the gym, or maybe you've been in some sort of physical therapy. You've been working on something, restoring something. Maybe you're restoring a car, right? It could be any kind of thing like that. But I feel like it's really been a lot of work, and the reward has been a long time coming. There's a certain satisfaction every day that you come home. I did a hard day's work. I'm working in the garage or whatever, working on the car, and you get home, and it's satisfying to get home and to get cleaned up and to get something to eat and get in bed, But as far as the big reward, as far as the completion of this task, maybe it's been going on for years. I feel like every day of that year has been, yes, it's been rewarding. It's been satisfying to come home and know that you did a hard day's work. But this is different. This is like the big day, where everything is sort of coming together. Yeah. And I do feel like it's been a long time. We have the let's say the Ten of Cups is that perfect reward, the big reward. That's all the marbles here, right? You've got that hard work that you've been, and it's kind of saying that this is what you've been hoping for. This is what you've been waiting. This is what's promised to you at the end. And so this is you going and doing it every day. This is you in the pressure cooker every day, working, knowing one day the fortune and glory will be yours. Okay. Underneath the surface, we see your work ethic. Okay, and this is the devil card, the Capricorn energy. This is the driving force, the creative drive, the aggressive drive, the pleasure drive. This is the engine of the car. Okay, and I think this is the motivation to get up every day and go into the pressure cooker and do the best job you can. Now, again, this doesn't have to be employment. This could be anything. It could be a spiritual pressure cooker. Could be talking about family stuff, relationships, whatever. Could be creative work, anything. Okay. But this is your endurance. This is your tenacity. This is your perseverance. This is you getting up every day and going and doing it. Doing the hard things, getting in the pressure cooker, knowing that the only reward on the day-to-day, the only reward is to go home knowing you did a good job. Sorry, right? That's how it's been for a while, I think. I feel like that's how it's been at least for one. I'm feeling one cycle. And so I don't know if we're talking a yearly cycle here or something, but I feel like it's been one round of it. Okay, and so to me, it means it's probably been a year or more. Okay, but with the idea of a cycle, it's kind of saying that everything's coming back around. Like this is the moment where maybe there's a contract that's being completed, or this is like the end of the thing, or whatever you're building is now it's done, or you're restoring the car, and now it's just kind of like there's nothing left to do. It's done, right? But this is, I think we sort of lose count of the days with this card. The goat energy, the mountain goat, is going to just climb the mountain. Going to keep climbing. Sometimes doesn't even know why. It's up to us, of course, to direct this energy. Put it in front of the correct mountain, But it can easily lose track of time. Before you know it, it's, you're the kind of person that you get really into something and you're working on something, you're focused and you're doing it, whatever it is. And before you know it, it's like, oh man, it's like 3 a.m. I got to get to bed, because you lose track of time because you get so focused on it, right? And it's just doing the work. And it's not even that it's not that something has to be finished and completed for you to feel satisfied. I think your satisfaction comes from knowing that you gave something all of your effort and that you did a good job doing it. But Spirit's saying that the fortune and glory are yours, that you're going to be rewarded for this type of effort, for your work ethic itself, in a way, We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the background position here. I think that maybe this was something that had a specific period of time for you. I'm getting the idea that it's supposed to be one sort of cycle. I don't know if you are on some kind of a rotation for work, or if it is, I don't know if it's some kind of seasonal thing that you do. But there's something here that has like time cycles involved with it. Yeah. Also, Spirit's telling me there's something to do with bones. I don't know if you have joint issues, or if there's something, I don't know why am I seeing bones? I'm not sure the relevance of that. But the Wheel of Fortune is a very cool card, because this is sort of the promise, This is kind of like Spirit saying, look, if it's a year, and if you do this for a certain amount of time, the rewards will be yours. Okay. And it's kind of like it's something that we have to put our faith, our hope, and our trust in. This idea that, okay, I'm going to do this day after day, with the only reward being a job well done, you know, with the faith that, you know, one day it's all this effort's going to come back to me somehow. That Spirit's going to put the right things, that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. There will be a reward or a purpose for all of this. You know? And again, sometimes it's just the job well done. That's the reward. But not in this case. I feel like there is that fortune and glory, that sort of the culmination of everything. It's an interesting feeling that I have. Between these two cards, with the adjustment card and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's some kind of I feel like it's some kind of a contract thing, or it's some sort of it's either contract work, or it's seasonal work, or you're on some sort of rotation. But I do feel like it's you've given an obligation to do this. You know, you've in a way like signed up for it or something. Okay. It feels like it could be a work kind of thing. But I feel like you're earning the fortune and glory. Like this, with the adjustment card, it's a card of karma, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is sort of a card of karma too, cycles, you know. I feel that you did this work without complaining, without expectation, right? And really without even much thank you. And now you're being rewarded for that. Now it's coming back to you. Okay? And to me, that feels really, really good. And that Ten of Cups, beautiful energy. Let's not forget this Ten of Cups is here. Okay? Because now I think the Ten of Cups is really coming to the foreground. Okay? I think that the pressure cooker, the pressure's being relieved, and it's kind of like, you know, someone's knocking and saying, hey, you know, you did it. You made it. You're at the end. You finished this, you know. It feels like one of those weird Survivor shows. You know what I mean? What are they called? I think Alone is one of them, where it's just they're just thrown out into the wilderness, and here, go survive, you know. And day after day, they're doing their thing, and then one day, the production crew comes and says, "Hey, you made it. You won the $1 million." And they're just like, "Oh, what day is it?" You know, I don't even know where I am. I don't know what day it is or anything. And that's sort of the energy that I feel now, that you've been so focused on doing the best that you can, that maybe you're not aware that you're at the sort of the end of the cycle, you know. Why do we have a Four of Cups in the future position? Well, I think knowing your energy a little bit, I feel like you aren't going to count your chickens until they hatch. That you're not going to fully celebrate this until it actually like hits the bank, you know, until it's actually in front of you and you can hold it and take it home with you, until you actually get the confirmation that things have completed. You're staying a little bit reserved. You're trying to maintain your composure, even though we want to jump for joy. We want to, you know, express that sort of relief, excitement, and joy and pleasure, you know. But you're the kind of person that stays reserved. You keep your composure, and maybe you're going to go celebrate privately afterwards, you know. But I feel that this is like, you know, trying not to get my hopes up until it actually happens, you know. And I think that's going to take us over to the path of the serpent. And as we talk about these cards, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. It supports the channel. I do appreciate that. So over here, we've got the Five of Wands, and it's sort of difficult, I think, to get out of the habit of putting in so much effort into something. Like, you know what I mean? When we got the five, it's sort of like the next morning when you wake up and you don't have to go and do all this grueling work. We have this Five of Wands that kind of says, well, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, but I don't know what to do now. Because we're so used to, you've been in that habit for so long of waking up 5:30 in the morning and getting dressed and going and doing this work all day. Maybe this is you shifting into retirement. Maybe this is you shifting out of school into a career or something like this. Maybe this is you reaching financial freedom, right? There's some sort of an accomplishment here that is changing what tomorrow morning is going to be. But here you are waking up bright and early, ready to get back to work. But it's like, wait a minute. I don't have to go to work today. Maybe this is the day that you're leaving for vacation finally happens. And you're waking up tomorrow and you're saying, wait a minute, I don't have to go to work. I could sleep in today. Well, the Five of Wands is how difficult it is to sleep in on your day off. Okay, that's the sort of energy that we're in right now. And so I think it's not really going to hit you until, nobody's calling you up and saying, hey, you're late for work, get in here, But on the other hand, we have to find a use for all this energy now. So you're up at 5:30 in the morning, well, what do you want to be doing? And so this is a very important card, especially when we sort of link it up with our Eight of Wands at the end, because you have all this free time, let's say. We don't want it to become anxiety. We don't want it to sort of, we don't want to be spinning our wheels. We have to find a direction. We have to find a sense of purpose here now. When we're on the path of the dove, this is the position of the card we don't want, right? When we're over here, we don't want the Hanged Man energy. We don't want to feel that all of our effort is gone, wasted. We don't want to feel as if we just sacrificed all of the best years of our life or whatever, and there's going to be nothing to show for it, right? That's kind of the ultimate suffering, the ultimate sacrifice, is to realize that all of our effort is for naught, okay? When we're over here, the Hanged Man is sort of the card we need. It's the energy that we need right now. And I think what this is you finding ways of being of service in your life. Not in a way that, because we can say, well, over here I was being of service for 20 years or whatever. This is a little bit different. This, I think, is finding something to sort of surrender yourself to, something to sort of give. It's the sense of sort of falling into your purpose, And so I kind of feel that, the energy that I have really is that you've been working for 20 years or 30 years or whatever it is. And now this is that time of either financial freedom or retirement or like early retirement or something. And this is you really devoting your life to something that is very meaningful for you now. This was meaningful before. I'm not trying to say it wasn't. This is what's coming next. Right? This is you realizing that the meaning of your life now has sort of changed. That the purpose, the details of it anyway, right? The details of your life are changing. Okay? And we need to embrace that. And so we get a little bit of that Shawshank Redemption sort of vibe where it's just like, I'm not really ready for change. I'm just going to go, I want to go back, But on the other hand, I think that if we surrender to this sort of freedom now, it can be glorious, right? I mean, it's opening up a lot of doors for you. And that's how we really want the Eight of Wands to approach us, is this way of sort of this positive way where it's like there's so many options. I can spread my energy out in every direction. I can do all sorts of things now, We've got to have the Nine of Wands here in the position of the environment. I think that you're being told to strengthen your relationships with people, personal people, not work people, not school people, but family, chosen family or blood family or your close friends or whatever. I think that you need to focus on those relationships right now. Okay. Spirit's also saying that we need new goals now. That you're achieving this fortune and glory, but you still need goals. You still need to have something to apply your energy to. You still need something in life that is going to need you to be strong for it. You know what I mean? We want to feel useful. We want to feel needed. We want to feel like I have something that the world needs from me and can't get it anywhere else. We all want to feel important. We all want to feel like we have a purpose. We want to feel that there's something for which I have to be strong for. Yeah. And I think we thrive on that. And so this might be a shift of focus now toward family and friends and that sort of thing. So private life. Yeah. But in terms of your purpose and your activities, the sky's the limit. You've got all sorts of things that you can do with your life. The Eight of Wands, you're spreading your creativity in so many different things. And it's kind of like this sometimes is an energy of being a dabbler. I'm just dabbling in this, dabbling in that, not taking any of it all that seriously, right? Maybe that is a good thing for you. Maybe this was you, the path of the dove was you not dabbling, but being very specific about your efforts, and this is what you did for 20, 30, 40 years, right? And maybe now that's all you want to do is dabble. Maybe you don't want to take anything all that seriously, except, your relationships and that sort of thing. But as far as like getting involved in these activities that are going to take up your whole day and night, and maybe I just want to do that a little bit here, and maybe tomorrow I'll go do a little bit of that over there. And maybe that's more of your purpose than trying to find the next very specific goal. Maybe it's about the experience itself. That I'm just maybe gonna go do something with the family, and that's that. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna go do some woodworking, or then go race a car or something like. It's just it's more casual, right? It's more casual. It's more experimental. It's more free. It's more varied. A lot of diversity here. Yeah. Maybe you don't want any one thing that's gonna say I got to get up at 5:30 every single morning. But then again, maybe you do. Maybe that's the energy that you really thrive on. Maybe that's how you maintain that sense of purpose and that sense of, being needed and being important to the world, By saying, I got to get up 5:30 in the morning. I got stuff to do. But I think the difference here is that this is stuff that you want to do. So I still see you getting up every morning, 5:30. But you get to plan the day. You get to plan the day. And the fact that we don't have any swords cards here, I think tells me that once this fortune and glory hits, you're going to need a plan. You're going to need to start sort of scheduling your own day, because no one's going to do that for you. When you have this sort of job, a career or something, it's already planned out for you. Your days are already sort of scheduled. You know what time you got to be there. But now I think it's more under your control. So we need that sense of discipline. We need that sense of planning and having some sort of organization and some sort of structure. Okay, let's look at the mystery card. Let's see, maybe this will be some swords cards. I'd like to see more water energy. I think, you never have enough water cards, I think. Yeah, maybe the swords, though. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. Yeah, there's the Ace of Swords. Bingo. This is your idea now of having to organize and structure your own path. You have to plan out your own day now. And as we know, with all the fire energy on this side, we can't just leave it up to chance. I know that's part of the experimental energy of the Eight of Wands, but you also need the structure and the discipline. So it's kind of like you want to wake up at 5:30 every morning still, but you've got to build your own routine. It's going to be a new routine now. Because for whatever reason, the old routine now, you graduated. You've succeeded there. You've accomplished that one. So moving forward, though, you've got to sort of plan your day. You've got to schedule your life, And you can schedule your life in such a way. So, okay, wake up at 5:30, eat breakfast, take a shower. From 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock, I'm going to goof off. From 2 o'clock till dinner time, I'm going to run around in the yard and get myself in trouble or something, I mean, it can be that way, but you need to have that plan. Otherwise, I think that your energy might turn into a little bit of anxiety without a kind of structure around it. Okay. Very interesting, very good energy. I love all these major arcana cards. I think your life is changing in really amazing ways. I think it really is that fortune and glory that you've been waiting for. And the future's up to you now. Okay. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Taurus, Mondays and Fridays. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.